Hi everyone, today is Wednesday, January 16th, 2019. My name is Brian McInerney. I'm the hydrologist here at the National Weather Service Forecast Office, and we've got a winter storm on the way. So when you look at a rendition of the winds at about 20,000 feet, the yellow dot is Salt Lake. I'll give you a little idea. What we're seeing are two things. There is a low pressure that's coming in off of the Pacific that is very potent. It's mixing with an atmospheric river that's coming in right about there. And these two are going to come together and they're going to move in off the west coast and put down a lot of snow in Utah. So when you look at the northern mountains up near Logan, we're expecting a snow total of 12 to 18 inches. Snow water equivalent of 1.2 to 1.8. Storm's going to begin on Thursday morning and it's going to end on Friday mid-morning. When you look at the greatest snow intensity, it's going to happen on Thursday afternoon with peak snowfall rates of about 1 inch to 2 inches per hour. And when it first gets here, it's warm advection coming out of the southwest. So we're going to get snow level at about 6,000 feet when it starts. But as the front comes through out of the northwest, we're going to see snow down to the valley floor. And when you look at the snow density trends with that warm advection, we're going to have dense snow. And then about Thursday night, as the front comes through, it's going to be colder and our snow density trends are going to be decreasing at that point. When you look at the winds, you see the two parts of the wind graph. We're going to have gusts up to about 55 miles an hour as the winds come out of the southwest and veer around to the west-northwest. Then there's going to be a low about Friday midnight or early Friday morning. Winds are going to drop down somewhere around 25 miles an hour on the gusts, and then they're going to pick back up to about 40 miles an hour as the front comes through Friday at 6 a.m. So you're going to have winds out of the southwest veer around to the northwest. Two parts of this storm as it moves through. The highest winds are going to be with the flow coming out of the southwest. So when you look at the northern mountains, this is Powder Mountain snow base in that area. Snow totals are 14 to 20 inches with snow water equivalent 1.4 to 2 inches. Thursday morning it's going to start, Friday morning it's going to end. And the greatest snow intensities are going to be Thursday afternoon into the evening hours at 1 inch to 2 inches per hour. When it starts 6,500 feet, it's going to go down to the valley floor when it gets colder. And our snow density trends again are going to decrease Thursday night. When you look at the winds in this area, very similar, 55 mile an hour gusts out of the southwest veering to the west-northwest, somewhere around late Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening, and then Friday in the early morning hours it's going to pick back up, but it's going to be out of the northwest at that point. So the two parts, and this really goes through the entire system in the northern Wasatch. When we go to the front side, 14 to 24 inches with this storm, 1.2 to 2.4 inches of water. It's going to start Thursday morning, and this will last through Friday afternoon. And it's important to know that we're going to get some really bigger snows out of the southwest up near Brighton. And then as the northwest flow comes around, that favors the cottonwoods, and we're going to see a good deal of snow in that. So when you think of how this is going to play out, the two parts play a major part in this area because the cottonwoods do much better in northwest flow. When you look at the greatest snow intensity, Thursday night into Friday morning with 1.5 inches per hour. And then snow level at the onset is 7,000 feet down to the valley floor, and it's going to decrease Thursday night as the winds veer from the southwest to the northwest. Winds up to about 65 miles an hour Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening, and then it's going to drop off early Friday morning, and then about Friday morning at about 6 a.m. it's going to pick back up, but the directions are going to shift. We've kind of already gone over that, so we'll move to the backside of Park City, the Canyons area, and what you'll see is we include the Provo Canyon in this area. And when I talked to Glenn Merrill, who did a lot of the forecasting on this, he indicates we could get up to 3 inches of water in Provo Canyon with that southwest flow. It favors southwest flow. It also favors Deer Valley. So early on, Deer Valley is going to get a lot more snow. Park City, the canyons will do better once it swings around out of the northwest flow. But if we look at the amounts, 12 to 18 inches for this area in general. Snow water equivalent 1.2 to 1.8. Storm begins Thursday morning, ends Friday morning. It's important to note the snow water equivalent could be up to 3 inches in Provo Canyon as an isolated area with that southwest flow. Peak snowfall intensity Thursday afternoon into evening, and the peak snowfall rate's about an inch to an inch and a half per hour. 7,000 feet, the snow level at the onset down to the valley floor. It'll probably be at the base area, right at the ski areas when it starts, but it'll be a little high density snow, and then the densities are going to decrease Thursday night. When you look at the winds, very similar. That initial push at a 50-mile-an-hour gusts out of the southwest, veering around to the northwest with lower gusts, but still, 30 miles an hour with sustained, and then that's going to drop off as we get to Friday noon. When you look at the Uintas, now what we'll see, snow totals 12 to 18 inches with snow water equivalent 1.2 to 1.8. Thursday morning it's going to start. Friday morning it's going to end. And the greatest snow intensity is going to be Thursday afternoon into the evening hours with peak snowfall rates at about an inch to an inch and a half. When we talk about snow level at the onset up near the Uintas, everything is above 6,000 feet. So it was kind of odd that we're trying to say it could be down to 6,000 feet. But it's going to be low to start and it's going to be low to end with snow density trends decreasing Thursday night. And the winds up in this area a little higher, 55 miles an hour out of the southwest. Thursday late afternoon, and then as that the southwest flow kicks off and the front is about to come through, we're going to get that lull, and then early Friday morning it's going to pick back up again, but out of a different direction at about 45-mile-an-hour gusts. So that's what we've got for this storm. It's a good snow producer. Again, Glenn Merrill did a lot of the meteorology on this, does a great job. And if you want to find us more on Facebook or Twitter, you can find us at National Weather Service. But again, as with every one of these briefings we do, please check the Utah Avalanche Center. They do a fabulous job. They work here in the office with us, and it's a really good thing to get a cup of coffee and look at their website before you go, because this is going to be a game changer as far as avalanche conditions with that moderate density snow out of the southwest. So there you go. My name is Brian McInerney, and thanks for listening, and let's be safe out there. We'll see you till the next one.